the lives of Saint Cedd, Bishop of Essex, and Diuma, Bishop of Mercia and Enlightener of Middle Anglia, as compiled by Vladimir Moss. Our Holy Father Cedd, together with his brothers St. Cedd, Cinnabil, and Caelin, were Anglian boys educated at Lindisfarne by Saints Aidan and Finan. In 653, St. Finan baptized Peada, king of Middle Anglia, at the king's village of Walbottle at Hadrian's Wall in Northumberland. The king returned, full of joy, with 4 Northumbrian priests, one of whom was Cedd. The others were St. Diuma, Berry, and Adda. The apostolic work of these 4 men was very successful. However, King Oswy of Northumbria, who became overlord of Mercia after King Peada's death, then decided to send St. Cedd to the kingdom of East Saxons, which had reverted to paganism after the death of King Sebert and the expulsion of St. Mellitus, Bishop of London, earlier in the century. And so, with the blessing of St. Finan, Cedd and another priest set off to re-evangelize the land, whose king, Sigebert, had just been baptized. This mission, too, was very successful, and soon St. Finan consecrated Cedd to the episcopate. As bishop, St. Cedd built churches and ordained priests and deacons in many places. Thus, at Bradwell-on-Sea, he built a church out of the rubble of a Roman fort, which is still standing today. He built another monastery at Tilbury, where an early Saxon immersion font that may well have been used by the saint still survives. The saint often returned to Northumbria to preach, and on one such trip, in 658, he was given land for the foundation of a monastery at Lastingham in Yorkshire. This came about through the intercession of Cedd's brother Caelin, and the monastery was built by another of Cedd's brothers, Cinnabil. St. Cedd consecrated the monastery after fasting and praying for 40 days. Blessed Cedd played an important part in the Synod of Whitby in 664, which ended the schism between the Celtic and Roman churches in England. Although trained in the Celtic Church, he wholeheartedly accepted the Roman Byzantine Paschalion. He acted as an interpreter between the Celtic and Roman parties. St. Cedd died of the plague in Lastingham on October 26, 664. On hearing of his death, some 30 monks travelled north from Bradwell-on-Sea to live near his holy relics. At first he was buried outside the monastery, but then his body was placed to the right of the altar in a new stone church dedicated to the Mother of God. St. Egbert, abbot of Iona, was once discussing the life of St. Cedd's brother, St. Chad, with his friend, St. Hybald of Hybaldstow, and said, "I know a man in this island, still in the flesh, who, when that prelate passed out of this world, saw the soul of his brother Cedd, with a company of angels descending from heaven, who, having taken his soul along with them, returned hither again." Our Holy Father Diuma, the Enlightener of Middle Anglia, was of Irish origin. He was one of 4 priests, along with St. Cedd, Betty, and Adda, who were sent by St. Finan, Bishop of Lindisfarne, to evangelize Mercia after the baptism of King Peada. When Peada died in 654, King Oswy of Northumbria ruled Mercia for a few years, and in this period Diurna was consecrated bishop of the Mercians and Middle Anglians by St. Finan. He worked mainly among the Middle Anglians and died in a district called Lunfeppingham in the year 658. He was buried at Charlbury in Oxfordshire. The Orthodox Church celebrates the memory of St. Cedd of Essex on October 26th and St. Diuma of Mercia on December 7th. Holy Bishop Cedd and Diuma, pray to God for us.